Sawadika, and thank you for joining us for the morning edition of NBT World Brief. You're with me, Kritika Kluat. The Cabinet has approved a new cost of living relief program called Thais Help Thais Plus, aimed at helping low-income groups, workers, and small businesses cope with rising prices and inflation. Registration opens on May 25th, with benefits beginning on June 1st. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Niti Tanpraphat announced cabinet approval of the Thais Help Thais Plus program, designed to ease the burden of rising living costs amid lowering purchasing power and inflation pressures. The program follows earlier targeted assistance measures introduced in April for groups affected by rising production and transport costs, including farmers and transport operators. Under the new plan, welfare card holders and vulnerable groups will receive an additional 700 baht per month, increasing total monthly support to 1,000 baht. Around 13.2 million people are expected to benefit, with a total budget of 56 billion baht. A second phase will support middle-income earners, office workers, and lower-income consumers with purchasing power. About 30 million people are expected to qualify. Under the co-payment scheme, the public will pay 40%, while the government covers 60% of daily spending, up to 1,000 baht per month for 4 months, with a budget of 120 billion baht. Registration through the Baotang application will open from May 25th to 29th for eligible participants aged 18 and older, with benefits set to begin on June 1st.
หลักคิดก็คือจะช่วยประชาชนให้คนที่มีกำลังซื้อน้อยโดยแต่เขายังมีกำลังซื้ออยู่นะครับก็จะประชาชนจ่าย 40% แล้วก็รัฐช่วยจ่าย 60%นะครับตรงนี้ก็คือหัวใจสำคัญคือช่วยบรรเทาค่าใช้จ่ายในชีวิตประจำวันนะครับก็จะให้ 1,000 บาทเป็นเวลา4 เดือนเป็นการช่วยต่อลมหายใจร้านค้ารายเล็กนะครับซึ่งทุกการใช้จ่ายอันนี้เราจะไม่ได้ช่วยแค่ผู้ซื้อเป็นการทาร์เก็ตช่วยผู้ขายโดยเฉพาะผู้ขายรายเล็กร้านค้ารายเล็กรายน้อยที่ต้องบอกว่าเป็นการเติมสภาพคล่องเขาต่อลมหายใจเขาเติมสายป่านเขาเพื่อให้เขาสามารถอยู่ได้โครงการถึงชื่อไทยช่วยไทย plus
Thailand is set to revise the visa-free entry policy, including ending the current 60-day visa-free stay for travelers from 93 countries and territories. Tourism and Sports Minister Surasak Pancharan-Warakul says the cabinet has agreed to cancel the 60-day visa-free entry scheme and return to the previous limit of around 30 days. The government will also review countries with overlapping visa privileges, with the Visa Policy Committee set to assess each country individually based on security and economic considerations. Meanwhile, Consular Affairs Director General MANGOSTEENS says the cabinet has ordered a review of the 30-day visa exemption program, reducing the number of eligible countries and territories from 57 to 54. The government is also introducing a new 15-day visa-free measure for 3 countries or territories, while the visa on arrival program will be reduced from 31 countries and territories to just 4. Officials say the criteria for visa privileges will be based on national security, tourism-related economic benefits, reciprocal agreements, and overlapping visa exemption rights. The new measures will take effect 15 days after publication in the Royal Gazette. Thailand's banking sector remained stable in the first quarter of this year, but the Bank of Thailand says it is closely monitoring risk facing SMEs and households as higher energy costs and living expenses begin affecting debt repayment. The Bank of Thailand says the country's commercial banking system remains strong and stable in the first quarter of 2026, with high levels of capital, loan loss reserves, and liquidity. Total lending expanded by 0.2% from a year earlier, partly driven by increased demand for funding as businesses faced higher energy and raw material costs linked to the impact of war. However, SME lending and consumer loans continue to contract due to elevated credit risk. The central bank says non-performing loans or NPLs remain stable at 535.8 billion baht, with the NPL ratio unchanged at 2.85% of total loans. Meanwhile, Stage 2 loans declined to 7%, mainly because some borrowers improved their repayment performance and returned to normal loan status. Commercial banks have also continued providing assistance to debtors, especially through preventive measures introduced at the early signs of repayment difficulties. Still, the Bank of Thailand says slowing economic conditions are increasing vulnerabilities among businesses and households, with short-term payment defaults of less than 30 days rising in some business sectors, although there are no widespread signs of concern at this stage. The Cabinet has approved a special public holiday and work-from-home measures to help ease traffic and strengthen security during the IMF World Bank Group annual meetings in Bangkok this October. The Cabinet has approved Friday, October 16, 2026 as a special public holiday for Bangkok only, ahead of the IMF World Bank Group annual meetings taking place from October 12th to 18th at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. Government agencies in Bangkok will also implement work-from-home measures on October 12th, 14th, and 15th to ease traffic congestion and strengthen security arrangements. The government is also asking state enterprises, financial institutions, educational institutions, and private companies located near the venue to consider adopting appropriate flexible work measures. Officials say agencies with essential public services or pre-scheduled appointments may continue operations if suspending services would affect the public. The measures are aimed at ensuring smooth transportation and maximum security for finance ministers, central bank governors, and international delegates attending the meetings. Thailand expects more than 15,000 participants from 119 countries, including global financial leaders, academics, and policy experts, to join discussions on the global economy and key financial challenges. While durians are now reaching markets across Thailand, mangosteens are expected to follow soon. In Ranong province, some orchards are already harvesting early season mangosteens, and growers say prices have been strong. Mangosteen growers in Ranong province have begun harvesting and selling their fruit continuously since late April. Farmers say this year's crop arrived nearly a month earlier than in other southern and eastern provinces. Growers credit the combination of dry weather alternating with rainfall for helping the trees grow and produce high-quality fruit naturally without relying heavily on fertilizers or chemicals. The early season mangosteens have been in strong demand in Ranong, Surat Thani, and other southern provinces, with farmers reporting higher prices from the first round of sales. Farmers also say fertilizer prices have risen by around 300 to 400 baht per sack compared to last year. But because the mangosteens matured naturally ahead of season, many growers were able to reduce fertilizer use while still producing large, flavorful fruit that sells well in the market.
ปีนี้ถือว่าดีครับเพราะว่ามันเป็นเหมือนหลงฤดูสภาพอากาศมันแล้งแล้วมันเหมาะแล้วมัน มันให้ที่ว่าหลงมาหลงแบบปีนี้ถ้าว่าส่งข้างนอกนี่ที่ได้ข่าวนี่ไปส่งปากตรงนี่ประมาณ50 บาท40 บาทนะครับช่วงนี้ถ้าแรกๆก็80 บาท100ละนองนี่มันอย่างที่บอกอะอากาศสำคัญมันทำให้ผิวเราฉีดยาฉีดอะไรเนี่ยมันไม่คุ้มพูดง่ายเลยไม่ทำสำหรับพื้นที่ตรงนี้นะปีนี้ถือว่าโชคดีที่ว่าได้50-60นี่ชาวสวนนี่ถือว่าโชคดีแล้วครับ
That wraps up our morning news report. Stay updated with the latest developments and more stories. Simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, สวัสดีค่ะ